Hayato, why don't you come over to my place tonight?
Hey, I won't let you take him away. I've spent more time with Hayato than you.
My name is Hayato Suzuki. I'm facing a situation I don't even understand. Wouldn't it be nice? It's like having flowers on both hands, you know? Right. I really envy him. I know it may look that way, but what should I do in this situation? It all started a few months ago when I was still working at the company. Hayato, the General Affairs Department has reported that your desktop is broken. How did this happen? Never mind, just make sure you go there immediately and take care of it. This man is Mr. Yamakai Kuzuo. He is my direct supervisor, and my work is decided by his discretion. Yes, I'm going now. Let's see. I'm gonna fix the computer, prepare tea because we have a meeting next, and then I'm gonna help with the paperwork. It feels like I'm just their handyman. Thank you for waiting. Please have some tea.
Thank you very much.
Hayato, I've been told that the numbers in your document are out of date. What are you going to do about it? I'm sorry, but I couldn't find anything newer than this in this area, no matter how hard I looked for it. No need to make excuses. Bring me the revised version right away. I understand. Oh. My stomach is...
Hey, are you okay?
What are you doing, pretending like you're sick? Get your ass back to work.
I don't think he's acting. Please, call an ambulance!
I finally collapsed from overwork and was rushed to the hospital by ambulance. And the next day at noon. Is this... hospital? Why am I... Right. I had a stomachache and collapsed. Hey, what's this envelope? Dear Hayato Suzuki, it's written by Mr. Kuzuo. You have tarnished the company's name at the meeting. Taking responsibility for that, I'm going to ask you to leave the company. No way! Wait a minute. How can you suddenly fire me without giving me a chance, at least to rework on the documents? No, I wouldn't be surprised what kind of things Mr. Kuzuo might have blown into the upper management. Anyway, I have to get back to work. Oh, my stomach.
Are you alright? You've been in bed for a day, so you shouldn't move too soon.
I called Mr. Kuzuo, but all he said was telling me to quit immediately. The doctor told me to stop overworking and cure my gastritis. And so my hospitalization continued. Yes? Who is it?
I'm Yuko Takamachi from Takamachi Cooperadio. May I come in?
What? Who? I'm sorry. Yes, please come in.
How are you feeling, Hayato?
This is Yuko Takamachi, the second generation of Takamachi Corporation. She is the president of our company's business partner, who was also at the earlier meeting. Thank you for visiting me. I know you must be very busy, Yuko, but what brings you all the way here?
I hope you don't mind. I couldn't help but be worried. I needed to make sure that you were okay. It's not every day you see a staff collapse in the course of a meeting.
No, that's not what I mean.
But how can they make their employees overwork until you become like this? I wonder what your boss was doing.
Actually, he told me to take responsibility for this and quit the company.
What? Is that what he's saying?
Kuzuo must have been planning to use me up from the beginning. Even my work reports were rewritten to suit his convenience.
Terrible. Instead of nurturing you, who's an excellent employee, and taking away your achievements?
Excellent, am I? I guess I'm in charge of a lot of work.
I verified the data after the meeting, but I couldn't find any newer data than the one in the document, and I concluded that the data you provided was correct. I am so sorry.
Oh, please raise your head. It's not your fault.
Even without that, I can tell how good you are from the rest of the document you made. If you're really leaving the company, why don't you come to our company?
What? Yuko?
I think we can at least offer you a better condition than your current company. What do you think?
Wait a minute. This is so sudden and my stomach... Oh, my stomach hurts.
I'm sorry. I understand that this is sudden, and so you don't need to decide immediately, but if you feel up to it, please call me at the number there.
Thank you very much. Am I excellent? The president of a big company says so in person. So from her point of view, I guess I am. I don't feel so confident. After all, I was in the hospital for a few days, and I didn't have the courage to contact Mr. Kuzuo again, and I didn't have the strength to go to the company to excuse myself. I can finally leave the hospital today, but my stomach still hurts, and I'm not in a condition to work yet. Oh, someone emailed me.
Hi, Hayato. There's an alumni party for the a cappella team soon. Would you like to join?
It's Maya. Actually, I was in the hospital until today. I can't go to the party, sorry.
What happened? Let's talk about it when you can.
Wow, she responded so quickly. This is how I ended up meeting Maya Shibasaki, a junior student from my college days. And this is how I ended up in the hospital.
That's terrible. You must have had so much work you had to do, Hayato.
But if I try to turn down the work, Mr. Kuzuo would get angry.
You are too reserved, and that's a big disservice to you, especially in the workspace. You are capable of that much work. I can pay you more if you come to my company.
But I haven't done that much amazing work.
You used to pull us all together when we were in college. You are good at leading people and good at your job.
Well, that was with everyone's cooperation.
Actually, I'm currently the president of a venture company, and I was thinking we need a talented person like you for our future.
Oh, really? I mean, you are the president?
Yes, I am. As far as I listen to you, the products we are dealing with are similar to your current company, and the atmosphere of the company is great. So I think you'll be able to fit in right away.
Do you think I really can keep up?
Of course you can.
Can you give me a little time to think about this? I'm not physically able to work right now.
Okay, please get well. Well, I'll be waiting to hear from you.
Thanks, Maya. Although, it is Yuko who has invited me to join the company first. Maya feels more trustworthy. But is there any way to avoid betraying both of them? And a few days later, I was at the hospital again to get some medicine. My stomach seems to calm down a lot. Phone call. Who could it be? What? Mr. Kuzuo? Hayato! How dare you take more than a week off without even passing over your job? I'm sorry, but I thought I was fired. Shut up! We're having trouble getting work done for you. You have 1 week to prepare and submit the handover documents for all the work you were in charge of. All my clients? Are you out of your mind? There is no way I can put together all my work in a week. Do you have any idea how much damage you've done to the company? This is to compensate for that, so there will be no salary, and the deadline is absolute. Do it right. What? Oh, hey, Mr. Kuzuo. Mr. Kuzuo. For all my clients. I'm not fully recovered yet, but I have to do it. Oh.
Hayato, I was wondering why you weren't at home. You were actually so bad that you still have to visit the hospital.
Yuko, Maya, why are you here?
I was worried that you might still be in the hospital.
Well, I went over to your house and no one was there.
Anyway, let's change the place. It would be disturbing for others if we talk here. So, we entered a nearby cafe, and I explained the situation to both of them.
What? They told you to work for free and create handover documents?
There's no way you would need to work for such a bad boss, Hayato.
But it's true that I caused trouble for the company, and...
There's no value in a company or a boss who doesn't care about their employees. I wish I could do something about it.
Yuko is right. Yuko, I may have a good idea.
You do? Sounds good. We have to make him regret abandoning Hayato.
I don't know what it is, but I think something big is about to happen. And the situation began to develop the next day. What? Terminate the contract?
Yes, actually the other day we found a supplier with a higher quality and lower cost than your company.
You think you're allowed to do such a selfish thing?
Mr. Kuzo, was it? There are rumors in the industry that you have recently been using up your excellent employees and forcing him to do unreasonable work even though he was in the hospital. I have no intention of doing business with your company with such an employee.
What the?
The plan worked, Maya. I gave that guy a steady talk.
Thank you so much.
As long as the quality and price are good, our company have no trouble with it. Well, the rest is up to you, Hayato.
Hayato is a very capable person, so I'm sure he'll be fine.
Yes, this is Suzuki. Hayato, is it? Actually, there's so much work you used to be assigned to that we're having a hard time running the business at all. How are you feeling? Why are you telling me this now, Mr. Kuzuo? I already know where I want to work next. I can't go back now. What? Besides, if you need my help, it's common sense to pay me the salary, right? While I was on leave, I discussed with two of my friends about the workload, and we found that it would take at least 2 months to take over, considering the amount of clients I used to work with. It is not something that should be taken on in a week without pay. How rude! Have you forgotten that you are my subordinate? Mr. Kuzuo, you wrote in your letter that you want me to quit when I was just hospitalized. That means I no longer have any reason to obey you from that point. Well then, I have my own work to do. Wait a minute. Let's meet and talk once again. That's enough. I have no intention of going back to you again, Mr. Kuzuo. After that, Kuzuo couldn't handle the work I used to, and he resigned, taking responsibility for the loss of a major client, Takamachi Corporation. For me, decent compensation and an appropriate period of time was set aside to hand over the clients. After that, I got a data processing job from Maya just to get back on my feet.
What? You've already finished the job I gave you today?
Yes, fortunately, it was an easy job to handle, so I did it all at once.
I knew it. You were so good that I want to hire you right away.
But it was only an easy one, and like rehabilitation with a loose deadline.
I see.
What? Maya?
I know you are kind and torn between Yuko and I.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You don't have to choose me. The best thing to do is choose the one that makes you happy. Be confident in your decision.
Thank you, Maya. And another day, I was invited to dinner by Yuko.
So, I think we should come up with a new project, but nothing good has come up from within the company.
Then why don't you consult Maya's company? You've just signed a contract with them.
Maya's company?
Maya's company has a lot of rejected ideas for products that they were going to develop on their own. I think they can make some of them happen if they work together with Takamachi Corporation. I mean, with you.
Hayato, you've only been working here for a few days, right? How do you know so much?
Well, I was looking through your internal folders while studying on the way to work and learned a lot of things.
I made up my mind, Hayato. You're not someone I should own exclusively.
Exclusively?
You must feel awkward on only one side, don't you, Hayato? I thought it would be more convenient for us if you worked freelance like you do now.
I see.
Well, that's all for today. Before you go... Mwah.
Hey!
Let's have dinner again when you feel better. Next time, Maya will join us.
Okay. In the end, I was able to secure a salary commensurate with my work, as well as time for myself. My stomach is now completely healed, so I've decided to go for a drink with the two of them. Wow.
Hey, Hayato. The way you work is fine as it is, but are you interested in getting together with me in your personal life?
What are you talking about so suddenly, Yuko? I mean, I didn't know you changed that much when you're drunk.
Maya, you know how I feel, don't you? Hayato is attractive as a human being, or how can I explain?
Wow, Maya.
If that's the case, I can't lose him to you. First of all, I've spent more time with Hayato than you.
Hey, calm down. Both of you, take a deep breath.
You don't have to decide right away. You just need to decide eventually.
Yes, that's right. Please decide eventually, okay?
You're making my stomach tingling again. This is how I, the incompetent employee who collapsed in the company, was then hit on by two female presidents. I don't know what will happen in the future, but for now, I'll just be happy that I have a happy, everyday life.
今回も見てくれてありがとう。他の作品も見ていってくれると嬉しいな。高評価とチャンネル登録もよろしくね。